What would you do if you found ultrasound photos in your wife's desk when she told you she had lost the baby months ago? The drawer wasn't even locked, just slightly open, like it wanted me to see. It was 2:17 a.m., the blue glow of my phone lighting the edge of the papers as I searched for a charger. That's when I saw the envelope, white, folded, and thick with something important. My name wasn't on it. Hers wasn't either. Just a date. I remember my hands shaking as I pulled the photos out. The grainy black and white shapes unmistakable. A tiny head, a spine, a life. But the date didn't match the miscarriage she cried about in my arms. It was 3 weeks later. And at the bottom, another name. Not mine. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. I sat there on the cold hardwood floor of our apartment on West 47th Street in Manhattan, trying to make sense of it. My wife, Emily, had sobbed for days when she told me we lost the baby. I held her. I buried my own grief just to keep her standing. But these photos told a different story, a living one. At first, I told myself there had to be a mistake. Maybe she didn't want to hurt me again. Maybe she needed time. That lie lasted about 12 hours. Because by the next evening, I started noticing everything I had been too blind to see. The late-night work calls. The way she angled her phone away from me. The sudden gym memberships she never used before. The perfume she wore only when she said she was meeting clients. And the distance. God, the distance. She used to kiss me before leaving. Now she barely looked at me. When I asked if something was wrong, she'd sigh like I was the problem. "You're overthinking again," she'd say, already halfway out the door. The humiliation crept in slowly. It wasn't loud. It was quiet. Subtle. Like being erased from your own life. I started digging. I checked our bank statements, small hotel charges in Midtown, always during her late meetings. Receipts from places she never mentioned. One stood out. A boutique hotel on Lexington Avenue. That night, I followed her. I told myself I wouldn't. That I wasn't that kind of man. But grief turns you into someone else. She parked near East 52nd Street. I stayed 2 cars behind, heart hammering so hard I thought it would give me away. She stepped out, checking her reflection in the mirror. And then he walked up to her. Tall, confident, smiling like he owned the world. She didn't hesitate. She kissed him like she used to kiss me. I don't remember how long I sat there. Minutes, maybe hours, watching them walk into the hotel together like it was the most normal thing in the world. That was the moment something inside me broke. Not shattered, not exploded, just went quiet. The next few days, I played the role. The same husband, the same routine. I made her coffee, asked about her day, listened to her lies, and I started collecting everything. I recorded conversations, took photos, logged times and dates. I even got copies of the hotel's security footage through a friend who worked there. Every piece of evidence stacked neatly, like bricks building something inevitable. Then I found out who he was. Daniel Carter, investment banker, married, 2 kids. Perfect. Emily thought she was untouchable. Daniel definitely thought he was. That made what came next even sweeter. I hired a lawyer quietly, filed everything. Divorce papers, financial claims, adultery evidence. In New York, it mattered. Then I waited. The opportunity came 2 weeks later. Daniel was hosting a corporate event at a rooftop venue in Midtown. Emily was going to be there. She told me it was just networking. I wore my best suit that night. When I walked into that party, no one knew who I was. Just another face in the crowd. Emily stood near the bar, laughing at something Daniel said, her hand resting on his chest like it belonged there. I let them have their moment. Then I walked up. "Hey, Em," I said calmly. The color drained from her face instantly. What are you doing here?" Daniel looked confused. "Who's this?" I smiled. "I'm her husband." Silence. You could feel the shift in the air. Emily grabbed my arm, trying to pull me aside. "Not here, please." But I was done being quiet. I turned to Daniel. "Does your wife know about the baby?" That hit him hard. "What baby?" he asked, his voice cracking just enough. I pulled the envelope from my jacket. The ultrasound photos. I held them up, letting the truth speak for itself. "She didn't miscarry," I said, looking directly at Emily. "She just made sure I believed she did." People were watching now. Phones were out. Whispers spreading like wildfire. Daniel stepped back like she burned him. "Is this true?" Emily's eyes darted, searching for a lie that would save her. There wasn't one. I didn't stop there. Within 24 hours, everything unraveled. Daniel's wife received a neatly packaged envelope with every piece of evidence. His firm launched an internal investigation. Affairs don't look good in high finance, especially with clients involved. Emily lost her job first, then her reputation. Friends stopped answering her calls. Her parents called me, apologizing through tears. The divorce was quick, brutal. I got the apartment, most of the assets, and full legal protection from anything she might try. Daniel? Fired. Sued. His wife took everything. They thought they were building something together. Turns out, it was just a shared collapse. The last time I saw Emily was outside the courthouse on Center Street. No makeup, no confidence, just a hollow version of the woman I once loved. She tried to speak. I kept walking, because by then, there was nothing left to say. Weeks later, I went back to that drawer. It was empty now, clean, like nothing had ever been hidden there. But I knew better. Some things don't disappear. They just leave scars in quieter places. And sometimes, the worst betrayals aren't the ones that break you. They're the ones that teach you how to destroy everything that once mattered. The end.